Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today, we are looking at a paper from the Hugging Face trending list, published on November 19, 2025, about 8 days ago. It introduces MERA Multi, the first open multimodal evaluation framework for Russian language architectures, with a unified taxonomy and 18 tasks that cover text, images, audio, and video. The paper is titled Multimodal Evaluation of Russian Language Architectures. And as we will see later, the framework does not just benchmark models, it also lays out a reusable recipe for multimodal evaluation in other complex languages. Also, the author shared a full MERA multimodal benchmark implementation on GitHub. You'll find the datasets configuration, multimodal task definitions for images, audio, and video, plus scripts and utils built on top of LM-evaluation-harness. There are clear install instructions, ready-made eval commands, and templates for plugging in your own Russian language MLLMs. Figure 1 gives the big picture of how MERA Multi turns Russian multimodal evaluation into a complete, guarded pipeline. The left panels highlight content protection, where watermarks and a restricted license help prevent benchmark leakage. The central block summarizes the 18 tasks across image, audio, and video, so both omni models and specialist models can be tested consistently. On the right, the taxonomy of perception, reasoning, and knowledge connects to a component-based prompting scheme, which uses reusable prompt templates to probe specific skills in a controlled way. Figure 1 sketched the pipeline, and Table 1 now spells out the concrete datasets that feed that evaluation. The table lists audio, image, and video tasks, with sizes that range from a few hundred to several thousand examples, so models face both small and large test sets. Names with an asterisk mark private collections created specifically for this benchmark, while the rest reuse open data. The answer column distinguishes multiple choice from open-ended questions, which shape how strictly responses are graded. HB gives a human baseline score, meaning how well basic or expert Russian speakers perform on each task, so model results have a human reference point. Table 2 explains how the benchmark organizes knowledge skills and spreads them across images, audio, and video. The taxonomy splits knowledge into common everyday knowledge, ethics, common domain knowledge, and expert domain knowledge, which are like layers from casual facts to specialist expertise. Each cell then lists concrete tasks, so RU Common VQA, RU Math VQA, or Real Video QA, all anchor specific knowledge types in specific modalities. This structure makes it clear which parts of knowledge space each dataset actually probes. Table 5 summarizes how different multimodal models balance quality and breadth across images, audio, and video. The total score reflects both how well a model answers and how many tasks it attempts, because it multiplies attempted score by coverage. Qwen 3 Omni 30B leads overall, with strong image and audio totals and high coverage. Some specialist systems reach good attempted scores in one modality, yet fall behind in total score when they skip entire modalities. Table 6 puts MERA Multi in context by lining it up against the major multimodal benchmarks that came before it. The table shows that most existing suites target English and focus on specific skills like speech processing or fine-grained visual reasoning, which leaves many languages uncovered. MERA Multi instead supports text, image, audio, and video together, with 18 tasks aimed at comprehensive understanding. Crucially, it is the only benchmark here centered on Russian language and culture, so it fills a clear gap rather than duplicating prior work. Alright, after the big comparison with other benchmarks, Figure 2 gives a concrete example of the kind of reasoning task MERA Multi asks about images. The figure shows a device screen with a Russian date and the Russian word for Friday, and the question asks which weekday the photo was taken. This example matters because the model must read the text correctly, connect date and weekday, and infer the answer using both visual details and causal reasoning. Wrapping up, 2 takeaways stand out. MERA Multi finally gives Russian multimodal models a rigorous, culturally grounded benchmark, and it introduces a reusable recipe for holistic evaluation from perception to reasoning with strong leakage protection. This matters for any under-resourced language that wants fair multimodal testing. That is it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Thanks for listening.